Mazel tov.
I have a pineapple.
L'chaim, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's episode
Wait,
of
wait, wait. Did he push the right button though?
God damn it.
I- Yes, he did, and that is live. Thank you, Elena.
Oh.
So, hello
Make
and
sure.
welcome for the second time to this week's episode of Alignment Shift. Today, what alignment are we feeling? Are we going to shift to chaotic neutral?
Aren't we already chaotic neutral?
Always.
I dropped
always.
a dice.
I don't
I'm
even
pretty sure
know.
last time we were chaotic evil because we just burned down a
Whoa,
bunch
whoa,
of people.
whoa. That's lawful evil.
That was-
They did burn down an entire stable full of goblins.
That barn was looking at us funny.
You know.
They were goblins, okay?
I stand by
Oh
what
my
I did.
God.
All right.
I apologize.
Joining me tonight is Elena Johanna van Misokalowski de Rolo,
Hello.
Vale Ardrin,
Eh,
Wyatt Xavier,
eh, I like that.
I have identity crisis.
Yeah, you do.
Glaive Van Alta,
The might of my muscles is only measured by my might of faith.
Why'd you just say something
like
about your
it.
height?
I like
It's measured by my height.
Sipala
I've actually got a Word document.
Sipala Mendes.
Hello.
Me too.
Hello.
And not currently with us, but hopefully joining us soon will be Oldorez's last name yet to be determined.
I'm seriously tempted to make I Heart Yoli t-shirts.
I would totally get one.
I would wear it, but I want to say Oldorez,
Right?
not just Yoli.
Why call him Yoli?
You'll call him Yoli? Okay. But anyway,
I do.
that's us, and here's our intro. Hello and welcome back. So, picking up where we left off, the party has reached the capital city of Iman, a city currently under construction, still being rebuilt after 30 years ago a great disaster occurred, heavily indebted to two major organizations, the Arcana Pansophical and Singorn. Having Singorn come to the aid of Iman during the battle, and the Arcana Pansophical aiding in the rebuilding of the city. This power struggle between the people has led to massive poverty within the city. Meanwhile, the Cloud Top district remains mostly untouched lifestyle wise, which has led to a bit of a class divide. Daily protests gather outside the Cloudtop district, shouting for equality, creation of new jobs. Beggars line the streets, some of them honestly poor, and some of them, as Sapala learned, out for all they could steal. However, the party finished their task deep below the city of Amon, defeated a member of the Tincture of Taldore, got very confused as to why Tahar has informed the rest of the Tincture that the party was successful in destroying the spark of the Chained Oblivion, when everyone here knows that it was Tahar himself that came in and stole it from the party. Lilette, reneging upon her defeat, handed over her remaining sacrificial dagger, the Solar's Feather, handing it to Olora, saying, "We'll find a way, but for now, you can expect to see less of us." So,
Spoilers.
she said that, and not so many words. So the party reconvened at Grey Skull Keep in the southern quarter of the southern quarter of Amon, a bit past the slums that are there, and waited for. I keep wanting to say Princess Diana, but that's not quite right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
To heal a bit. She was discovered below the city, very badly damaged, and sacrificed by the Tincture to seemingly another portal's end. But while there, Vale made contact with one Xavier Constantine, who was known to be in the city and has scheduled their reunion this evening, as well as Glaven Alta, Sapala Mendeus, and Elena.
Hello?
Hello?
I cut out.
Yeah.
Cow?
Yeah.
What?
Huh? After you said Elena, we could hear
You
you.
left us hanging.
Elena engaged in a ritual in which Glaive channeled his inner tribe mates, and through their powers crafted for Elena a bow infused with platinum that allows her some special bonuses in combat. She tested it out and split the target in twain. So, picking up where we left off, Xavier Constantine, high above the city of Amon, at the top of the skyport, just about to make your way down. You just finished your conversation with Vale, and I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's always which one to hear first thing.
Right?
Always the best. The first roll of the night. Oh, wisdom.
That is a modded 20. 15
Of course it is.
Okay.
Natural.
Okay. So, what you doing?
Can I see Grayskull from here?
With your knowledge of Amon, you gaze off into the distance over the entire city of Amon. It is barely a speck on the horizon, less that you can see it, and more that you know it's in that general. Yes, I believe you are up on the current map.
Oh yeah.
So you're right in the middle of the city.
in the middle of the
and the
city
r-
or at the port? Oh, that's the skyport.
But-
Shit.
Skyport.
I didn't realize there was different ports.
This port would get super clogged.
Yeah, that's the river port. You're at the sky port, or the ocean port.
Seaport.
Sure.
So I'm going to take a few steps off the edge and fall, and then cast fly and just fly there.
All right.
Xavier can't take it anymore.
Dash
Uh,
it.
as you step across toward the edge, one of the skyport attendants, sir, and they watch you fall off, and you hear like one of the flight attendants just kind of shrieks at the top of her lungs as you go off the side, and you
Oh my god.
Got another
back
jumper.
up over.
Jumper.
Oh no, he's a bird. Never mind.
I'll just do that all the way.
Is your fly speed faster than beak?
Um,
Because that would be hilarious. The bird's like, ah, come on.
what is it? I mean, it doesn't say. Oh, there's no 60 feet.
Doesn't matter. It's a joke.
I was actually curious because if it wasn't because I cast fly, which gave me 60 feet, I was just gonna have poof him and bring him back.
I just thought it'd be funny if you flew faster.
No, we fly the same clip.
Okay.
So if it takes me more than an hour, I'll just switch my boots.
Yeah, and about an hour passes. You're just cusping the edge of the central district when your fly spell begins to fade. You realize it just as you're beginning to lose some altitude and kick your heels and pick back up the fly for the rest of the duration. Vale, were you waiting up for Xavier?
I
Well,
think
yeah.
you shouldn't.
Is it just you?
As far as I know, I don't know if when this took place in with respect to the ritual that was going on.
The ritual took an hour. Everyone there said they went either to the training room or to bed after.
I went and got cleaned up first.
So this is later in the evening. Everyone else went to bed. It's probably about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll say now.
Awesome. So yes. Yo, come on over. Sucker.
All right. So Xavier, you
Go to bed.
let me make a. Are you coming in loud and proud, Xavier?
Well, I mean, when I use my boots, there's flames on my heels, so
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
And that's okay. The guard's got a natural 20 for the perception.
Oh,
too.
this
I'm
couldn't
gonna
have worked
stop
out
from the
better.
boots anyway. I'm not.
Oh, okay. So as you come in with your flaming boots, the guards on the wall, you just immediately hear the familiar creak of a bow pulls back. Who's there?
Sorry, my hood out. Hello, my name is Xavier Constantine, and I'm here to visit my friends who are currently lodging here.
What's your friend's name?
I think her name is Elena DeRola.
The sigh.
Like he's not sure.
And as he's thinking, you hear behind you the path the familiar sound of boots crunching on gravel. You turn around briefly and you see another one of the guards, kind of wearing the same outfit the one on the top is wearing, and with him is a very tired-looking cleric. In a very long robe, and almost seems to be still wearing like a sleeping cap. And as he comes up next to you, Xavier, he's like, I got the cleric that Helena requested.
Several hours ago.
And then the guy on top of the wall is like, all right, come on in. And you, what was your name?
Xavier.
Right. We will let Elena know you're here. Come in. You can wait in the courtyard while we bring her the cleric.
Right? My friend Vale is also here. She should be waiting for me.
Vale. Okay. Sure. That's a lot of names. Okay. Yeah. I'll go find Vale too. Look, I'm not paid to remember names.
I did not remember asking.
So you're led kind of into the middle court. You see a massive tree and garden in the corner, right next to a kind of modest but beautiful temple to Sarenrae attached to the building. The guard and the very half asleep cleric walk into Grayskull Keep. Elena, there comes at your door.
I go open it.
It's one of the guards from earlier, not the young boy that you had sent into town, but the other one. So, Miss DeRolo, the cleric you requested has arrived. and
yes.
as well as your friend you were expecting.
I was not expecting a friend.
Oh, I will.
Simple.
I will see him out then.
Thank you. And I go take. Is the cleric with him?
No, they're out in the courtyard with.
Okay.
Xavier.
Yeah, I go get the cleric and I take them to the.
So as you come out into the courtyard, walking, you see standing next to the cleric Xavier Constantine in the courtyard with them.
Hey,
Is this the friend that you said was waiting for me?
Hello.
Yes.
You can escort him out.
I imagined I was like in the hall, or,
I
like
can
the
read
main
lips,
hall
you
waiting.
know.
I don't care.
Okay. And yeah, Vale, you were probably waiting in the hall.
Yeah. So like seeing people walk back and forth.
Yeah, you see them walk back and forth.
Alright, I'll go and greet Xavier then.
So as you come out, Elena's shouting out, "I don't care!" After Xavier and the guards around him kind of start to like usher him toward the door as you come out of Grayskull Keep.
There you are. What took so long?
I mean, I had to fly all the way here, and now they won't let me in.
What are you doing?
Elena told us to escort him off premise.
Of course she did. Don't worry about it. I don't know. She's going through some issues right now.
As may be, Derolo does out.
Look, I can
Well,
I can
how
talk
about
to
her
him here in
hand?
the courtyard.
I know she's here. She knows me.
You see the guard just his eyes roll into the back of his head, just almost unseen.
Ah, take the shot.
Nods over to the young boy who walks in, who initially runs into Grayskull Cave very quickly, stumbling kind of up the first step, slipping. I got it. Don't worry. Yeah, I got it. Runs into the keep. A very awkward couple minutes pass. Elena, I assume you just walk away with the cleric.
Oh yeah, totally.
All right. You lead him into Grayskull Keep as well. Yes, Vale?
I'll hold up my my Varanaran symbol. And it's like, look, he's one of us.
I have that too. It's right here on my cloak.
Oh crap.
A couple moments pass, and the door opens, and you see Cassandra come out in
Let the poor
long.
woman sleep.
You see a long cotton gown,
Oh, jeez.
hair pulled back in a very tight bun, sleeping mask kind of pulled up and off to the side. What is it this morning? Who's here to see me? Oh. Oh, good evening, good morning, Xavier.
I'm sorry to
How
have
are you?
sorry to have woken you at this time. It seems your niece must have a grudge against me or something. We're not allowed.
She's having a spat.
Yeah, I told
seems-
her not to let me in. You know, I was told to come here.
Oh, wow. I trust that you have business to attend to with the rest of your party then.
I do.
And if I say that you're allowed to stay here, go back to bed.
Yes.
You're allowed to stay here. Go. And Joffrey. Yes.
And whose room? Sorry.
Take the shot.
Kill him now before he becomes king.
Do tell Elena that I wish to speak with her upon the morrow. Hey, yes, ma'am.
That was in character.
Very much so. Oh, does outplay Elena?
It's not difficult.
If you'll excuse me, I'll see my way in.
The guards
Smugly.
tentatively step away from you and kind of go back to their evening duties.
I toss him each gold.
They pocket it. The young boy seems eager to catch his and drops, fumbles it into there. Oh, is there anything else, sir?
Well, that'd be all. Continue with your duties.
If it's the same, I'm tired too. I just ran all the way to Temple District. I'm gonna sleep right here. And he just kind of slumps against the wall and just goes down.
I know.
And you do see he's covered in dirt, and it looks like Vale, from your perspective, he in the maybe 3 or 4 hours it's been, he must have full sprinted all the way from here to the complete north end of a mile,
Oh yeah.
gotten a cleric, and
It's
came back as
terrible.
fast as possible.
Oh yeah. He just ran like 2 marathons
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, no. So he's tuckered. He's
in
plumb
like
tuckered.
record time.
So, Vale and Xavier, the Castle Grayskull is at your disposal.
Yes.
Oh,
All right. I figure we'll just talk in the main hall, wherever there's seating.
fill me in. What has happened? Why did it take us 3 hours to let me in to fuck him on?
And we haven't seen each other in like a week, right?
I would say a few days.
Yeah, it's been a week.
it was a week.
Vale.
It's
Oh,
been
no,
a whole
no.
week.
Yeah, it was a week. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot there's the lockdown cat. Okay, I forgot the
Yeah.
lockdown.
Well, yeah, there was the lockdown. You got on a sky ship, and it left, and it took a week to cross the Osmond.
And then we teleported.
Yeah.
So Vale's, but since the last time you've seen Vale, she did not have all these tattoos. For starters.
Badass.
Which is
No.
fun.
Oh, by the way, Cal,
Yes.
that detect magic stone. How big is that?
How big is the stone?
Yeah, how big is that stone?
I mean, it's palm sized. It's fits in the palm of your hand.
Alright, so it's not.
No, it's not like you're pulling out a boulder or anything.
It's
Yeah,
enough to, knock someone out with. Sure.
Like,
no,
well,
you'd have to load it into a
It's
slingshot.
the size where I could like put it on like tie it and make it into like almost like a bracelet.
Yeah, it'd be a little heavy for a bracelet, but yeah, you could do that.
Or something.
You could hang a cool thing from your
Yeah,
belt.
like a keychain.
Yeah. Keychain. Keychain of detect
A
magic.
wall, a purse chain for your coins.
It just becomes my belt knot.
Yeah.
My belt buckle.
Well, let's see.
First of all, the tattoos are great.
Oh yeah.
How did that work out?
Thanks. Like I don't think I've ever actually described. I don't think I've ever actually described those on stream.
You have not.
Okay. Well, so on the upper left arm is kind of a spiraling around the arm like a skinny cherry tree type thing with little pink blossoms all along it. And on the other upper arm is a I don't want to call it a sleeve because it's not the entire arm, but it's kind of like a half sleeve
Yeah,
type
that's
thing.
called a half sleeve.
Like of a phoenix that covers like the upper arm and a bit of the shoulder
Show us the artwork.
eventually. And there's a little bit of gold around the neck.
That's good.
Nice.
As for me, nothing has changed. My hair got a little
Well.
longer, that's about it.
Oh, how did it start? I believe Sapala was scrying on Glaive to make sure he was okay. And found him on a sky ship, headed towards the sky ship that Bernie was on. Because, Elena let slip the whole claimed soul thing.
Oh,
Which turns out to be bullshit, by the way.
really?
Yeah. Chained Oblivion trickery.
Well, I think that's one of the first times I'm hearing about the whole soul.
Well, doesn't matter now.
But
But
that has been the first time that anybody has ever said that. These
It might be, yeah.
As far as I know. Well, that's a really
But yeah, so the Chained Oblivion has been impersonating betrayer gods and who knows what others.
Oh, I know that.
Okay.
We discussed that by that.
We're catching up.
Ah,
We're comparing notes.
okay.
And yeah, let me get my
Oh,
my
hold on.
Cobalt little notebook. It has nothing in it. Ooh, very nice.
Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
I know that. Then.
So Bernie left us in the night to go hunt Glaive. You
Oh,
were there for that.
I was
He
there
left,
for that.
left a little before. He left a little before you did.
I left like literally a day after. I left
I think so. Yeah.
the night, a little bit a week ago.
So when Sapala Scrat and them, they were closing in on each other, and we had to obviously do something. And Keyleth was able to do this thing with a tree where it kind of opened up and we
No,
went through it.
Gilmore transported us.
No, we came through the tree into Grayskull.
In the gray skull.
Elena, go to bed!
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Gilmore.
Either come down and talk to Xavier like a real person, or go to bed.
I will kill all of you if you don't shut up.
Okay, and that's how you got to.
Mhm.
About a half.
We,
hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see something happening off the distance, but it was too far away. I really couldn't tell.
Yeah, it was kind of a mess. I don't know what happened, but one of the ships opened up and started attacking the other. But as we were approaching, there were two large forms dropping, and it was Glaive and Bernie, and we weren't able to catch them.
Okay.
When we examined what happened down below, it looks like Glaive was able to revive Bernie right before becoming a mess on the ground.
Yeah, I kind of saw the stain
It's a big stain.
flying over. It was. Why is he still alive?
Well,
Oh, you told me about something about.
he's a little different now. He didn't quite come back the same.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Sapala cast a spell, and well, he's about half the man he used to be.
Oh, I'm guessing some sort of
So,
resurrection. I'm guessing.
something like that.
The resurrection. Now he's a 2 foot tall guy.
Not exactly. He's a halfling now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Surprised there was not. There's probably enough that was left to make. Well, anything else
I don't
happen
really understand
after
how it
that?
works.
I was still stuck.
Well,
Stuck on the ship. And
well, while we were trying to just unpack all of that, we were led by this other dragonborn to where was it? What was it called?
Bardic College of Inspiration.
That one.
oh, I've been around that area.
And we ended up looking for his mentor, his master, his one of the teachers, the professors at the college.
Okay.
There was a hole under her bed that led to a sewer full of lava.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. Which led into a cavern system full of horrid mushroom bullshittery.
Mushrooms.
Or mushrooms. The bad kind this time. Well,
I mean,
we-
if you don't
we-
cook
we-
them right, they don't taste really well. So
they don't sit well.
Yeah.
Understand. But these were the more airborne, sporish kinds.
Oh yeah, those.
And there were more myconids, which were being controlled by Rylon, another
Was
member of the
the
tincture. Yes.
Huh.
And
I'm guessing you
Uh,
survived.
A little
Someone
worse
else
for
had
wear,
it.
but yeah, we were able to defeat him. And there was a surprise visit from the remaining members of the tincture. Luckily, it seemed they only wanted to talk this time.
Interesting. Last time they wanted to kill us.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, technically they were
And-
leaving that time too. We just surprised them.
and we weren't in any condition to oppose them at the time, so we had to let them go. But you still have that dagger, right? The
Yeah.
feather dagger.
Right
Um,
here.
it's a leaf dagger.
Come on, you're faster than me. You could have easily seen my movements and copied them.
I know. Okay, I'm not Kakashi. Okay, calm down.
I don't know with how much
Yet.
fucking abilities you have.
Yet.
Yeah. Just gotta get this shiny, man.
The white tiefling, Valdorus's sister, handed him the pear to it.
Very much like that. But I know he's probably sleeping. Unless he somehow isn't.
Well, we're all still fairly banged up. I think it's probably wise to let everyone rest for the moment. They got in here somehow. I think Elena left the door open a little too long.
Is anybody else here awake?
Oh, you don't have to wake them yet.
I knew Elena. I know Elena's awake.
No.
I don't know. Our group's weird. Maybe somebody else is awake. I would. Nobody's saying anything.
Anyone listening in?
They're all dead.
Elena's listening in.
Well, we're not
I
speaking
said
over
that
the
one
earrings,
sentence.
so
Oh, okay, that
I
makes
said
sense.
that one sentence. No one responded. Oh, well. Radio was silent. I guess.
yeah, it's been a rough day.
I've had a long travel.
Yeah.
Also note half that conversation was just today.
Yeah. Half that conversation was today.
Oh, yeah.
Everything from Glaive to we killed Rylon was today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
well,
We've had a rough day.
y'all.
But I wanted to check in because I knew you were headed to Amman.
I'm still too far of a walk now and to go to my family home, so I think I'll just stay here for the night.
I think Cassandra said that was all right.
Or else the other way I would have gotten in. Probably would have set well with the rest of the guards.
Say it again. You cut out.
Yeah. Which,
Like you mean it.
Yeah. I'm glad she did say I could stay. Or at least let me in. 'Cause the other way I was going to get in. Probably wouldn't have sat well with two guards. Not like
Yeah,
human.
probably not. Well, the guards in this city, have they always been like that?
I mean, I know.
They're
those
they're
first-
kind of nosy.
I know the. What are you talking about?
Well,
These are
we
personal
were on our way.
guards, right?
No, the Amman guards. I mean,
Oh, yeah, they're.
they like I can understand a little suspicion, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they're assholes. If anything, I avoid them.
that's fair.
Well, it's been a long day, from what I've heard.
Oh yeah.
I don't know my way around here. I
Uh,
don't know what rooms are taken and what rooms aren't.
that's a good question.
I try to find a room that isn't taken.
Easily enough. The
Yeah.
two of you go off and find two separate rooms. The Great Skull Keep is well prepared for a number of guests. So you find yourself to a pair of rooms.
Well, those they weren't all in rooms.
True,
Yeah.
true.
They had a triage center in the
And they,
temple.
stole, and they kind of stole a lot of shit afterwards.
Well,
We had
Anyway, so the two of you go off to bed. Is anyone else doing anything this evening?
I was with the
Not I.
cleric.
Oh yes, you're with the cleric. The cleric goes in, takes a brief look at Diana,
Diane.
kind of feels her forehead, checks her, and she is very tired. Whoever did her healing did a very good job. She will recover.
Alright, we weren't sure if she had sustained more damage than we could heal. So we wanted to be sure.
He puts his hand on like the pulse on her wrist, kind of check. Her heart is steady, and she is breathing rather strongly. I cannot speak entirely, but I believe she should recover soon.
Alright, thank you.
Am I dismissed?
Yes. If you want, we can prepare a room for you so that you don't have to go across Dimon in the middle of the night.
Oh,
Again.
thank the Lord. I did not want to ask.
Once again, thank you for coming, and I give him some money.
And what is some money?
Like I don't know, like 10 gold.
Takes a look at the 10 gold and kind of goes off to follow a servant over to one of the bedrooms.
He did not appreciate my 10 gold.
All right. Anything else, Elena?
No, I guess I'm going to return to my room.
Okay. You go to your room.
Gosh,
It's
this is the empty room I picked.
you find your room eventually. It's a little bit covered in dust from the last time you were here. The servants have cleaned it, but you pull back the blankets, and it's been a while since you were last here at Grayskull Keep.
So
And
it's
you-
time to step it up.
You all find yourself in bed eventually, going off into a deep, well-deserved sleep after today's events. Each of you finding yourselves waking later in the morning than you would have liked, maybe 10 or 11 o'clock, as the sun is already almost approaching its zenith as you wake.
Everything is terrible.
Doing my morning routine.
Everything is what, Glaive?
Everything is terrible.
Yes.
Come out of my room. After preparing my spells. Oh, who are you? I looked at Glaive.
Did you just say Wyatt?
No,
No,
Glaive.
Glaive.
Yeah, Glaive.
I know.
Where's Vale?
Who are you? Voice.
You recognize the very angry scowl.
Ah. Glaive.
I
Are you feeling better? Or how are you feeling? I should say.
I'm feeling very naked. Where is Vale? She has my armor.
She's. Leave that room now.
Great.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you too. Don't jump off an airship.
I kind of did that yesterday. Oh, well.
As
I
you're
go to
walking
Vale's
away,
room.
a door opens, and you find yourself face to face with a strange bandage-covered Marquesian man.
Yes.
Bless you, Cal.
Yes. Speak to yourself.
I had
Cal's
to
my
kill
hero.
myself.
Hello. Haven't seen you around. Do you work at Grayskull?
Wait, you gotta turn like this.
Doesn't translate well on the camera.
Yeah, it does.
Here. Scowls. Walks
You
away.
brought this on yourself.
He walks away. He goes,
Wow.
you wouldn't have anything to say to me.
Okay. I said
Really,
okay.
Blaze speaking
I
for himself.
know. It's fun though.
All right, Glaive, you make your way to Elena's room,
You mean Vale's room?
or Vale's room, yeah. And while that's going on, though, before Eldoras, what are you doing this?
Oh, what time is it? I must have passed out when we got here last night. I don't even remember laying down in bed. How did I get in my room? This is too weird. Doris, hi everybody. Gets up out of bed and
So peppy.
groggily makes
No,
his
he's
way,
not here.
groggily
Oof.
makes his way out of his room, and depending on the timing, catches a little interaction between Xavier and Wyatt. Watches Xavier or Wyatt walk down the hall, and gets a little confused, I guess, and then makes his way into I don't know if there's like a dining hall or anything, but he'd probably make his way there, and I don't know, maybe just sit down at a table and try and make sense of everything that happened the previous day. He's got a little journal he would have pulled out and maybe just started writing down the events of the previous day because so much had happened. And this is the first time he can actually remember encountering his sister. So he's probably going to write a small novel about that. He will chit chat with his shadow and confide in the shadow about his feelings about things. That's what he'll be doing this morning.
Okay.
Somebody who I know. How are you this
Who am I talking to right now?
morning? David.
You finally made it here.
Yes, customs kind of kept me up at Skyport. Something about two airships crashing and people dying.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Vale called me up last night. About what happened.
Oh, good. Yeah, it was interesting. Um, Glaive was everywhere.
Yeah.
It was not pretty.
Yeah,
I still
I
don't
met their
quite
mayor this morning.
understand. He is much littler now. I still don't understand everything that happened, but at least he's still here. So I think well, I guess, I don't know. I think I met my sister for the first time, maybe? I don't know. It was, yes, so I don't know exactly everything that Phil told you, but we found ourselves underground here in the city.
Sewer filled with lava or
So much. And well, Sapala, she found well, we all found the matron of the Myconids. This was, remember back in Whitestone?
Yeah,
She met those mushrooms.
yeah,
Yes,
the mushroom.
yes. Well, we found our matron, and um, we are now members of children of the 200 and something house,
Champions of the 607th house.
something like that.
So you've heard of us.
Right.
Saying it
He stops writing in his journal. He's been writing this whole time, and he looks down, and he's just got scribbles on the page. Oh, damn. But apparently this Rylan was there, and he was part of. I don't know. He was like stuck to it or something. Um,
Since
We
you guys
were.
defeated him, kind of invested in your feud.
Yes, my sister was not too happy. Right. She she called me out and said that I was clearly not going to stop. Of course not. If she's not going to stop, neither will I. I don't know. I guess that's not the way I imagined my first encounter with her would be.
To be fair, that was your first encounter with her.
But face to
Face
face,
to face, yes. You sort of knew how she was before.
yes. And is that what it is?
Pair of daggers. Ask what you did.
Oh, that's interesting. He pulls the other dagger out. He's got it all wrapped in like loose cloth. Um, he hasn't cleaned it. He hasn't done anything with it. He unfolds the cloth on the table, and I haven't cleaned it. Apparently, she used it right before we met her. Bless
Bless
you.
you, Kayla.
As you are saying this about the cleaning, you feel the blade in your hand almost have a vibrating hum. It seems to pulsate through your entire arm.
Is it a good hum or a bad hum?
It's a good. You can almost swear you hear music in the hum of this.
I see her, hear it. And I reach down and hold mine.
Yep, yours. As you reach down, you kind of can sense that Eldora's is feeling this. You reach down and touch your dagger, and it too is vibrating on your hip.
It's a real humdinger. Wah wah wah. Yeah. What um what do these do? Why are they so
I only know what one does by itself. I don't know what they can accomplish together. I was just asked to get it done after since your kid killed somebody else's crystals.
It's strange to me that she would offer it back so willingly.
Yeah, I thought we would have to be a little bit more blood involved.
Maybe
From what I know about these daggers, is how we used it to open a portal in Tiamat's temple. I'm guessing that's what they were used for. And if all the portals have been opened, I didn't think they would need it. That's the only thought that comes to mind.
well, I don't know that I have much use for it. Its purpose is a little lost on me now, I guess. Here, and he just kind of slides it across the table.
As he slides it across the table, as it gets closer to you, it literally lifts up off the table and begins to float up toward, gliding through the air with this vibrating hum closer.
It's a lightsaber.
That'd be cool.
As you hold the one in your right hand, left hand one wrist, you feel, or on your hip, you feel them pulsate in your grasp. Are you going to spend a little while to attune to them? All right. So as you sit there for an hour and attune to them, you feel their pulsations flow through you, and you open your palm and allow them to balance in your hand. And as you do, or as you watch, as both daggers float inches above the palm of his hand. As he sits there with his eyes closed, the daggers begin to circle around him. You hear them buzzing through the air, cutting. It begins to get faster and faster. And Xavier, as your eyes open, where your eyes are, the daggers point directly at Uldor.
I look at the fork next to him.
One of the daggers on the right into the table where the fork is.
That's new.
So you now have the awakened Solar Feathers. They each have a +2 damage to hit.
If you don't write it down, it doesn't
I'll,
count.
I'll make a new card for it. +2 to damage and to hit.
Where are my pencils?
If you don't write it down, it doesn't count.
If it's not on your sheet, you don't have it.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
That would be a
Ready?
lot.
Alright,
Alright, +2 damage.
+2 to hit.
Yeah.
Plus
Right.
one on each of them, +1 radiant damage. And they are flying daggers.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I got a
course you are.
sweet bow, but I want daggers.
Do you guys still
Brandon,
get
you're noble as
the
showing.
advantage on insight?
Charisma.
Yes, and the +2 charisma.
Oof.
Just one.
Yeah, they maintain what they had from the previous when they were when they were alone.
So even together, they only still only get +2.
Because it would be really overpowered to give you +4 charisma.
Well, and not really, seeing as how Grog.
Don't argue with the DM.
I'm just.
Actually, you know what? That does make that makes
Well,
sense.
Grog's. Grog's.
The Titanstone Knuckles are designed for strength.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, these are designed for charisma, so yeah, then yes, it does +2 charisma as well.
That's terrifying. And you
No,
should
no,
definitely
that
give
makes
it back to Eldoris.
Right.
I will hold out my
Ah!
He bleeds out and a portal opens. We all die.
Doris grins devilishly and walks through.
That's how the whole campaign ends.
Right? That would be amazing.
And Eldritch Horror comes crawling out of Xavier's
Sweet. Next campaign, defeat the Eldritch Horror.
Hunt down
Not okay
Uldoris.
with this.
It's always the one you don't suspect. Meaning Supala.
Well, that is
Alright.
interesting.
Wait.
You have fun with that. I'm gonna go take a walk.
Fun with it. Actually, not to stab
And Uldoris gets up and promptly
myself.
exits the scene.
That's dope.
What's your charisma now?
18.
Oh,
I'm still better than you.
God.
As Eldoris walks out, a
Multi-classes into Warlock.
a teenage boy with short black hair comes walking in the room and kind of slightly pointed ears. He kind of walks in the room, takes a look around, sees you there standing holding two daggers.
Hello. Sheathen.
Hello. You must be one of Elena's friends,
How do you
because I don't know you.
quite intuitive you
What's your name?
are. I think I had the wrong my name is Xavier. Is yours?
Julius.
Nice to meet you. Oh, you must be her brother.
I am.
Nice to meet you.
You see him, he's kind of eyeing you, he's kind of got slight look to him. Takes a step forward. So, daggers, huh? Can I see one?
I mean, sure. And I'll like put the focus and try to levitate it to his hand.
Make a perception check.
Stab. Modded 20, 15.
Okay. You see him try to hide it, but his eyes light up when it levitates from your hand. And he looks very impressed, but he does a very good job of hiding it. He gently and gracefully plucks it from the air and kind of twirls it between his fingers a little bit. An elegant play.
Belongs to someone I knew. They took very good care of it.
He kind of he feels the kind of magic on it. Gives it a toss back toward you.
I stop it. Not even like doing any gesture. I just stop it.
Do you duel, sir?
I'm learning the ways of the sword.
My brother Altan and I have been practicing as well. Would you be interested in joining us in the dueling ground?
We were able to practice much. Just got off from the ship. Why not? I feel like
Oh, excellent. Come, Xavier, we duel.
all right.
He turns and walks back out of the dining hall and begins heading toward the back of Grey Skull Keep.
On my way.
I was waiting for that.
All right. So as you come into the backyard, Xavier, is Ranger visible?
Until I get hit.
It is visible.
When they try to hit me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's actually.
it's a flavor thing.
As you come out, you see another short-haired, half-elven person, almost identical to Julius, but not quite. They both have slightly different chins, slightly different nose here and there, but obviously siblings who you could attest to be Altan. As you step out, Julius was just telling me, Xavier.
What? He said his name. I forgot it.
He comes forward with a hand extended to shake yours.
I properly shake it.
Altan de Rolo.
Nice to meet you. Your sisters talked about you and your brother.
Only terrible things, I hope.
I mean, who doesn't she talk to about?
Oh.
Oh, Julius, I like this one.
Roughly how old do they look?
Younger, but not late teens.
So late teens, so 17, 18.
Yeah. Xavier, what is your weapon of choice for?
Well, I have my daggers, but I need to practice my sword and getting better at it.
I would say those do look, but a bit out of our skill range. Quite right, Julius. Well, if you are to duel, perhaps you would like to borrow my rapier.
Sorry, bless you. Rapier.
That is what I said, my rapier.
I don't quite know how to use a rapier, but my sword here is custom made. It's only slightly heavier than a rapier.
He takes a look at it. You see his eyes, just like Julius had, widen just a little bit more. He takes a look around the building cautiously. I think Auntie Cassandra would be very cross if we dueled someone using edged blade.
Fair enough. Would the rapier be like?
As you glance down at his hip, you see a elegant pearl inlaid basket handled rapier. And then following the tip along, there is no edge to the blade, and there is a ballpoint on the tip of it.
Give the rapier. I will try my best.
Okay. He hands it over to you, and you feel it's very well balanced, and you can see the way that it was crafted is that eventually they will be able to grind a edge onto the blade and the ballpoint from the tip and turn it into a functioning sword. But as he is still at home with Auntie Cassandra, he wants to have a bladed weapon. So you square up on the edge of dueling ground, facing toward Julius. As you see, he's got a low one hand on his hip, his own onyx inlaid hilt rapier pointed towards you. On guard, sir.
I'm not.
All right. So make an attack.
Okay. I'm guessing.
No proficiency.
That was
8. You exchange both of them one or two times, but then immediately feel the sharp thwack as it slaps you against the right bicep. Aha! You are beaten, sir.
seems so.
Best 2 out of 3.
Let's give it a go.
All right, roll it again.
God damn it. Elena is cursing me. I'm using her die. First one was a 3. Now this one's a fucking natural 1.
As he comes for the first impact, he knocks your blade off to the side. You lose your grip on the pearl inlaid handle, and it goes flying into the dust. And he puts the blade right up to your throat. I see you're not much of a seasoned duelist.
I don't use a rapier, to be honest.
Fair enough. And at this point, Elena, you have heard the sounds of your come down, and everyone else has made their way down toward this very area.
Oh yeah, which is it? Julius fighting him? Or is it Alton?
Julius is fighting Xavier.
Okay, I say, go Julius, kick his ass. He killed me once.
You killed Elena?
No. She's a
Yes, he did.
You couldn't hear me.
Fail.
Damn pigeons.
Yeah.
No, I'm there now.
Are you right next to me? Because I said
Stop
that
yelling.
to him.
Okay.
And in
You
that
can't
case,
read
I shall have to fight you for honor.
Oh, I was getting the handle of my sword, and she wanted to spar.
She wanted to
No,
fuck.
no, you wanted me to help train, and you kicked my ass.
God damn it.
In that case, I must definitely challenge you once more for her honor. He reaches down, picks up the sword, hands it back to you. On guard for Elena.
See, Paula leans
Sure.
over to Glaive. They're just as bad as Oliver.
They're better.
I just go. Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's the whole family.
Rolling again.
What'd you get?
Oh.
What'd you get? Oh yeah.
Watch is a natural 20.
I mean, close. That would be a 19.
As you come toward him, he suddenly drops his sword. Oh no, please don't hurt me!
Come on, Julius.
I lose.
Oh.
You continue what?
I poke him.
Ow! I am beaten. I have lost the honor of Elena.
Oh my god. Can I just storm over there and like pick it up and go
Spoke too
after
soon,
Xavier
Kayla.
with it?
I'm gonna quickly do.
I changed my mind. I like them.
As you- Alton at this point is on the ground.
Hate you both.
Julius reaches over. You see him getting ready to give you a save.
She picks up. Oh god.
Anyone who kicks Elena's ass is good in my book.
I'm still under the assumption she picked up his sword and started trying to hit.
Oh yeah, I wanted to go after him with it.
Oh, do it. Roll it
Okay.
up.
Can I watch this?
Oh yeah,
Elena?
absolutely.
It's not sharp, Sapala.
That's not what I was gonna ask you.
Hmm.
Are your brothers betrothed to anybody?
That's their own business.
I'm just saying. They have a pretty good attitude.
Are they half elves or are they
They're half elves.
they're half elves? Okay. Well, she's coming after me.
Quarter.
24 to hit him.
Halfling is more my style.
Damn.
Xavier, go ahead and roll back, and if you can beat it, you can.
No. The only way I would be able to beat that is if I rolled a 19 or a 20.
Hey.
But I didn't.
she,
I rolled exactly a 20.
she comes forward and knocks your sword aside, gives you a little thwap on the arm with the blunt side of the blade.
Ooh, ow. Ooh.
I like to think out of the corner of their eyes they see Vale and Glaive like exchanging money.
Like while you guys are doing that, I'm getting my stuff back from Vale.
It has nothing
So
to
I'm
do with
getting
that.
money,
but-
I'm
It just
getting
looks like it's a
gems.
bet.
Absolutely.
Are you two going to duel for a minute?
Ooh.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
So the two of you exchange sword blows for a moment. Elena getting in a few extra hits in there, and Xavier, you're unable to connect at all. But as the two of you are fighting, you are unaware of a looming presence.
Oh god.
It's Eldorus.
It's Sapala.
A dark figure looms behind Julius and Alton as they snicker and laugh, watching you two fight. You all of a sudden hear,
Orthax.
Oh god.
Elena.
Dropped his sword.
Lady Cassandra.
I dropped his sword and turned around and said, yes, Aunt Cass.
You and I should have a talk.
Elena did it.
Oh, we've trained her so well.
I walk over to Alton, I think, and his sword bag. Thank you for letting me borrow your.
For hitting my sister anytime.
Ah.
Didn't really hit her that time, but
So I knew that lie.
Spoilers.
So Elena, Cassandra is standing there waiting for you.
Oh yeah, I follow. Just
let you two be.
She walks back through Grayskull Keep with you, Elena, not saying a word.
I'm so in
And-
trouble.
Exits the front door out toward Keyleth's garden.
Oh no, what have I done?
As
It's
she
time
walks,
for you to be married.
She walks around the garden pensive, admiring the flowers, not saying a word with
I just like him like. What did you want to speak about, Aunt Cass?
We needed to speak about you.
About me?
Yes, about you.
What about me?
You harbor a lot of hostility towards your family.
Our family?
Explain yourself.
I'm just confused by who you mean.
Keep talking.
I'm just so confused.
I have said that you harbor a lot of ill will. Defend yourself.
I don't harbor any ill will against any of my family.
You love them.
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Percival,
Yes.
Julius,
Yes.
even Altan.
Yes.
And what about me, Elena? Do you?
I love all of you absolutely and would die for you.
We're not your only family, Elena. There is another family that loves you just as much as little Altan and his love. They love to poke fun at you. They love to test your mettle and to make fun of you and call you very strange juvenile names, which I will not utter as a lady. But, Elena, you do not afford the same love you.
I don't know them as well as I know y'all.
Elena, you know as well as I do. There's only way to know something.
You broke up there, Cal. What did you say?
Elena, you know as well as to truly to know something.
You broke up again. I'm sorry.
Bloody hell, Elena. You know as well as I that way to truly get to know.
Don't hate me, Cal.
Elena, she's gonna kick your ass. Pay attention, damn it.
Elena, you know as I there is only one way to truly get to know someone.
Did you get it that time?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Cal.
I could feel that evil eye.
No, it's okay because he was breaking up for me every time too.
Yeah,
Don't hate me.
terrifying. Elena, go to your room. Which one?
Which one?
The one in Whitestone.
I have three.
Right now. Do not pass go and do not collect.
Okay, sorry. Well, they've not been the most forthcoming with information.
Have you been, Elena?
Mostly, there are some things.
Elena Johanna.
There are some things that I've
Elena.
Not, no, I've not been
Elena.
coming.
Good. One cannot expect honesty if one is not going to give it themselves. I thought I taught you that when you were 6 years old.
Yes.
So, look at me. She kind of perks your chin up with her hands, and you see that kind of matronly smile cross her face, the tired, wrinkled lines of an older woman, really showing the worry she's held over the years. But at this moment, the softness of her expression, the warmth of her smile, and the glint in her. You have something truly wonderful. Not just here with your family, but they would all die for you. Just as much as you would die for Julius. And I think you would do well to let your friends in at 1 o'clock and not wake me for it.
Did not mean for you to again.
Of course, you didn't mean it, but it always seems to be a symptom.
I am sorry, Outcast.
Don't be sorry to me, Elena. Be sorry to that handsome boy down there.
She just rolls her eyes.
I saw you two dueling. That was a bit passionate, wasn't it?
She like blushes. So red. Just, even the ears just red.
Oh dear, I've struck a nerve. So, are we okay, Elena?
Yes.
All right. It's good to have you home. And she opens her arms for a nice big hug.
I give her a hug. I say it's good.
Now just remember that next time they're being a bunch of idiots, remember your brothers are a bunch of idiots and treat them in kind.
All right.
Okay.
Although Oliver's been more of an idiot, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, believe me, I've heard. All right. She pushes you away from the hug. All right, go back to your dueling, if that's what you call it.
Oh my gosh. She just walks away embarrassed. Not even saying anything about it.
All right. Rest of the party, how we doing?
What do you mean 8,000 platinum?
I was saying that if you go out with my sister, I will give you 8,000 platinum.
Oh my god.
I was talking to Glaive. Who said that?
I think that's
No
Jordan.
no one responded, so I just improv.
I loved it.
Damn.
I didn't respond because I was muted.
Ah!
Sorry. I
Show me
started
the 8,000
laughing too
platinum,
hard.
kid.
I don't have it now, obviously.
Of course. I've heard this before. Now, Glaive,
Yes.
you said 8,000 platinum.
I said
8,000
8,000
gold worth of platinum.
Gold with platinum. Yeah.
Where is that?
Should have been with my stuff. Vale.
Did we find 8,000 gold worth of platinum on his corpse?
I had a pack with all of it in it.
Yes, it would have been.
Did we pick that up?
By the way,
Yep.
that was in character. If I lost that because of my stupidity,
That
oh
would be
well.
hilarious.
It's still
That's
it's
so
still playing in the
tragic.
streets of Amman right now.
It's evidence.
You said you picked up all his stuff, so yes, you picked up
Yeah.
his very heavy backpack.
That's 8,000 gold later, Alan?
8,000.
No. 8,000 gold worth of platinum.
So
So
800 platinum?
800 platinum.
Just
We
like
can start
Alan?
printing our own platinum.
God, it's like you went to a platinum.
You've been sitting on it.
Where did you
think
get
I
all of this?
I went to the platinum mine.
Nice.
Wow.
I mean, we would have gotten more, but it was being raided by people. Got rid of them. No, I didn't kill him.
Phil is like visibly struggling to hand it over.
Which, by the way, right now, I would like to pause just for a
Yes.
moment in a metagame sense. Glaive, do you remember who was in that mine?
Wasn't it what's his name's men? The
Strassix boys, what?
That was
Yeah,
episode
Dras-
16.
Whoa.
And who did you talk to in there, Glaive?
I can't remember, but he was a psychic dip.
The
And he-
animated platinum.
And he had a hood up.
And
he,
he had a bunch of fungus.
And he,
That's awesome.
No.
and he also talked a lot like this. Fine gentleman.
No.
I don't remember that at all.
I'm offended.
Not
But I
Rylan.
wasn't, but I wasn't there, so.
Who's
I-
that?
Yeah, so that was your
Oh.
first run-in with Rylon, and thought it.
Oh. Did we
Damn.
So that's why I hated him so much.
Oh yeah.
Take that to the prize.
It's in a
This is
business
the
bag.
second time that I am making money from his efforts. This feels good.
I think that's called
Anyways.
business.
Uh, Thank you for the gold. Now go buy some magic items. I'm going to work on getting this armor back to my size.
Wait, so did you
Can you
just,
go
did
do
you,
that?
Did you just take the platinum or?
I took all the gold.
Okay, wait, the stuff what I gave you.
Okay, time out.
Okay.
Hey Cal,
Hi.
can I just have the platinum be in coin form to expedite this?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So I take the platinum coins and I just go, "Thank you, Vale," and then I hand it back and I say, "Now, can you go out and upgrade our arsenal a little bit? I'm going to work on getting my armor in like this size."
Sure.
That means you too. You buy stuff for you too.
I heard you.
Okay. Okay.
I need to
Sapala,
see
can
the
you go
number in my
with her?
inventory.
Okay.
Can you go with Vale to keep her honest?
But okay.
Because you can guilt trip anybody into anything, I swear.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sapala's
Is
just
Elena
staring at
back
the
down with us?
Sapala's just staring at the cute boys.
No. That was a joke. That was a joke.
What, you don't
I was
like me
trying to-
anymore? Gosh.
I was trying to make. Okay, well, that's another story. We're not talking about that right now.
I'm
I
sorry,
was trying to make a point to Elena.
All right, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I thought you were serious.
No, I was trying to make a point to Elena
What was the point?
that they were picking on you, and I thought it was funny.
Oh.
Wow.
It's always fun.
Does anybody know where Elena is? I need a workbench to shrink my stuff.
Aunt Cass just took her aside. She looked pretty mad.
Yeah, she should be. I believe she
I mean, you could check if she's alive.
should be.
You're right, I have sending.
You also have your ear.
I like how this went from "Where's Elena" to "Is Elena alive still?"
Right.
I don't know. She went with
And
that
she's
gas.
still just on the other side of the key.
I'll just use the earring. If you're alive, can you direct me to a workbench so I can work on my armor and make it not huge anymore?
Yeah.
He meant to say hello,
There-
Elena.
Hello. There should be a forge in the training ground, I believe.
I'm in the training ground. Is there a forge
Is
here?
there a forge in the training ground? I don't know. I'm just making it up.
Percy's workshop.
Percy's workshop in the basement.
Yeah.
Am I allowed down there?
I don't know why it walked down there last night.
Yeah. Yeah, Wyatt walked right on in, so yeah, they doesn't really heavily guard.
It's not like his Whitestone one.
I go down and work on my armor then, I guess.
All right. You go down and it's dusty and the forge clearly is cold for a long time. It takes you some time to kind of clean up the workshop a little bit and make it workable, but it will suffice. Uldores, what are you doing?
Uldoris is
Hardcore listening in on Aunt Cass's conversation with Elena.
not doing that. Uldoris is checking out this spine thing that he picked up.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
staff of.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it's called. Does it look more? Does it look like it's more of a melee type weapon or of a type of tool a caster would use, like a staff?
It looks more
Like
like
a spine.
It looks like a spine. You can see that it's obviously meant to be more of a cudgel. The mushrooms that are like kind of still infused on it that pulsate with this brackish liquid seem to harden around the base spinal column, where it would connect with the back of the neck into almost a knotted clump of pure calcium and just impact zone. However, you could probably use it as a focus if you needed a focus.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what I would use it for.
What?
I don't got that. I don't know. I don't know that.
Me?
Wait, what'd you
Um,
say? Oh,
Hold on. Where are you looking at this thing at?
Um, I don't know. Yeah, I probably would have gone back to my room, unpacked it, and
Okay.
I'm not a wizard. Can I
What'd you
make
say?
I said I'm not a wizard. Yeah.
I thought
Can
I
I?
heard lizard.
I am not a wizard either.
I'm a
N-
lizard.
Not a lizard. Can I make some sort of an Arcana check to see if this thing has any sort of magical essence to it on its own?
sure. Make an Arcana check.
I'm a lizard wizard.
Named Gizzard.
Harry,
Get-
you're a lizard.
Wizard.
Gizzard.
Gizzard the
Harry.
lizard wizard.
Gizzard.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards.
Oh, that is
Yes.
god awful. That's a natural 3 plus like 1 or 2.
No.
Not much.
Okay, and make a con save.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
come
probably
on.
not good.
That's not good. Hang on, my phone's locking up on me. Let me get back over to my page here. Where I have all my stats. Roll better than the 3. And it did. It rolled a 5. And
Dude, it is
Uh,
better.
my stat thing isn't coming up right now. It's not very good. It's like plus 1 or 2.
Okay, so as you try to inspect
Plus
this,
3.
looking for arcane runes or like special shiny portions, like they glisten with arcane energy,
Shiny portion.
you begin to feel like you're not inspecting the staff. The staff is inspecting you. As you stare into it, your eyes lock the base of the spinal column and can't take your eyes off. You can't break away this
Is
hunger.
this thing sentient?
This hunger comes over. Not you're not hungry. You don't feel hungry, but it's just this gnawing, aching, yearning sensation that is so powerful coming inanimate spine that has hold of you.
All right, I guess so I can't take my eyes off it, huh?
You're very compelled right now.
Do I have any I guess not well, yeah, am I do I have enough free will that I can do something else while I'm staring at?
You can certainly try.
I want to summon my packed weapon.
It appears in your right hand, your eyes not. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
I am
Yeah.
your
Hello,
pet
comrade.
weapon.
Did you hear what I said?
You said it appears in my right hand, and
Then I heard nothing.
okay. I said I bring the packed weapon close to it. Does it do anything? Does it
As you bring the pack weapon close to the spine, you see the radiant energy that's like a white smoke billowing out from the blade, cascade over the spine, which seems to repel from the almost blackened smoke, from the pus and fungus that is between all the ligaments and spinal column, entwined together in a battle in the air between the two.
But I still feel compelled.
You're still looking at it, yeah. Whispers kind of fill the air around you.
Can I make out what they're saying?
Make a perception check.
Oh, I'm gonna start rolling my dice the way that Sam Riegel does because it works better for me. Perception check.
The regal roll.
17.
17. A lot of the words are backwards or nonsensical. Some of the ones that do come out disjointed and wrong. But the feelings continue. This hunger, this pain. And one word seems to form in your mind a culmination of all these different, almost as if each one means the same thing in different languages, in different dimensions, in different time, all forming one chaos.
Oh no, this is not good.
Let's unpack that for a second.
Yeah. Am I able to let go of it?
Make another Constitution saving throw, or make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Jeez. I rolled another
Meanwhile,
5.
Bill
Come
comes
on.
out the door.
Wisdom saving throw. Oh, I have proficiency with wisdom saving throws, so that's a 7. 12.
As you consciously try to let go of the staff, your fingers maintain a strong grip. Your mind almost wonders why you're snapped. From the sheer strength you are clutching space. The staff seems to grow in intensity, the world around you shrinking into darkness, and you hear nothing can escape oblivion.
That's terrifying.
I'm sure this is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh no.
Gotta see the
It's all good.
artwork.
So I'm holding this thing, and I want so bad to let go of it, but I can't. Do I have enough? I'm going to try and will myself to call out for help.
Okay, make a Wisdom save.
That's a natural 20.
Who would be closest to Eldora's room? Wyatt. All right, Wyatt, in your own room, you hear faintly from the walls, almost imperceptible, Eldora's.
Help! 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 Somebody, please help me! I'm stuck.
I'm
I'm
stuck.
falling
I like how that's the extent of it. Help, I'm stuck.
Walk out his door.
The room 2 doors down to his left.
It is unlocked. If anything, it'd probably be partially open.
I need more.
So, unless I can see the best. Anything everything all right?
No. Come in, please.
Come in,
Uh,
please.
You see me with my summoned pact weapon in one hand and holding a spine in the other.
Terrifying.
And
I
what
am petrified. I cannot move.
and
And
what
I'm
you see
staring at the.
and what you see that Eldoras does not see is that there are these long greenish red tendrils coming out of the spine that are wrapping around his fingers like a nervous system and fusing with his hands, and that are creeping slowly down his arm.
I can't put it down.
Closes the door.
No, please come back.
Shit.
I need help. I
Please.
can't let it.
Dude. Let go of it.
I can't. I physically
What
cannot.
an
I've
asshole.
tried. My hand will not let it. I can't take my eyes off it either. Uldoris is gritting his teeth incredibly hard. Would not be surprised if he's got cracked teeth. Because that's how hard he's like. His muscles are like fighting with him, and like his arms are shaking, and he just cannot bring himself to let go of the spine or the cudgel or whatever you want to call it.
Wyatt will walk up and investigate the tendrils.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Just to see what it's doing.
Sure, perception check. Or investigation.
This investigation sucks. Sick. No, I don't get +1. I get -1. It's a 4.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There's red stuff on his arm.
Oh god.
Did you
I'm
see
so
did you ever see you ever see War of the Worlds?
Oh Jesus. The
Thank
Tom Cruise one?
What?
The Tom Cruise one?
Yeah, the Tom Cruise
No.
one. You know the red stuff that kind of like grows where the aliens have been? Oh, okay. Well, it looks
There
like
was a
that.
red vine-ish type thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's coming back to me now. That's gross.
Oh yeah, gross.
I'll go get your friends.
Please hurry. It's talking to me.
He walks out.
Nope.
Wyatt will try to find the closest person that looks like that he saw in the group.
At this point, I'm gonna say Vale and Sapala have left for
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Phil probably left in a hurry.
So the closest person's either going to be Elena or Glaive.
Did Xavier come with?
Xavier
Okay.
Yeah, so Xavier's got to it.
Come back, the keep's burned down.
playing
The hell?
He looks around, finds the nearest guard. You.
I
I'm guessing Elena and Cass would be done with their talk by now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So
But
He
Glaive
probably-
Glaive said hi.
yeah.
Hi. Hello.
No,
Talk to
you
a
said
guard.
her.
Yes.
Where's the talkie elf? The talkative elf. Referring to Elena.
With Cassandra,
I don't know who that is.
with the
Nope.
lady of the house. Hey,
Go get her.
who are you?
Oh.
Her friend with the horn is having issues.
I have one horn.
Oh, you-
My God, it's worse than we thought.
Wait, you only have one horn?
No, you said the one with the horn.
Horn.
I said horn.
Senior.
I
Oh,
believe the
Yeah.
S cut off. I said
He turns around kind of slowly and walks down the hall.
horn. Faster!
I like how Wyatt got out here with less of a background check.
I walked in with you guys.
It's because he's got no history yet.
We're just like, who are you? Why are you here?
He
Wait,
just-
how'd this
he
guy
just-
get in?
He disappears around the corner.
I'll wait there for
Job well done.
You don't hear anything. Doris, make another wisdom saving.
Oh
Doris is
no.
gonna die in
You
there.
can do this. Change your dice.
Oh no. 11.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
Uh,
It seems to build and build. You begin to feel that hunger start to feed into you. You begin to feel drained and tired.
Wow.
So probably you are frozen.
I usually am.
Oh, did something happen?
I'm Wyatt marches off in the direction he saw the guard walk off.
As you come around the corner, the guard is talking to this guy. He told me to go get the lady. Oh, sup?
I'm gonna go try and find and with horn.
He angrily pushes past the guard and goes to tries to
Find who?
find Elena.
All right.
He pushes past the guard.
Make an investigation. Glaive, why would you be looking for
Damn
someone?
Because he said something's wrong with your horned friend, and
You're down
I only have one horned friend.
You're in
He
the
was he was talking to the guard.
Oh, okay. I missed that part.
10. You can't find her, but you do hear sound of metal being struck down in the basement.
no, it's just happening naturally. on its
God, we
own.
hope so.
Naturally occurring.
As you make your way down, following the sound of metal on an anvil, Doris,
Ah, little one who used to be big. Your friend with the horn. He's in
Cut
trouble.
out again.
I'm not hearing the S.
Me
No,
neither.
I'm
Every time
hearing
he
this.
says-
No.
Aldorus
Okay.
canonically has one horn now.
Okay. Just take my stuff out of the fire. Lead the way. Hang on. I pick up the sharpest thing in the area. Okay, lead the way.
Walk back up to his room. Yeah, he's holding like 9.
Help!
actually, at this point, Eldorez, you are saying to yourself, "Help! Help!" The rest of you are hearing, "Feed! Feed!"
That's terrifying.
Feed. Feed. Feed.
Okay, easy killer.
Well,
Enough of
that's
that.
not okay.
Some of us have to sleep after this.
Let's Alright, you grab him from the back. I'm going to try and pump a lot of magic into him at once.
You said That's
Hey man, whatever works. Whatever it takes.
Fucking scene.
Oh god, close the door. Can't watch this.
I'll grab his shoulders or something and wait for a signal.
Doris was never the same after that.
Hey, Doris, buddy. I want you to understand. Love and care for you. I'm doing this out of, general respect and stuff, but I'm gonna hit you with this hammer.
Feed.
Aw.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I don't think you're right.
I'm
I'm gonna
nervous
hit him with the
about it.
hammer and cast remove curse.
I don't like it. Is that how that works?
What were
I
you
need
ca-
a holy symbol.
What were you
Oh,
casting?
that's-
What were you casting? Remove her curse on?
The thing that is apparently cursing him. The
Staff.
the sucky spine part, diddly doop.
The scary looking bit.
Diddly do.
Remove curse.
Ow!
I'm tired, okay?
Curse
I
the gun.
sometimes
Curse the
canoe.
gun.
Hold on.
Ow.
Hold on, breeding.
Why are my bits pinching?
Poor Eudorus.
Got him again.
That is it.
Yes.
Strike two, Mackenzie.
Let's make this fun.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was already.
I thought it was already.
Roll a wisdom check.
Who? Me?
Glaive.
There we go.
Please
Okay.
save Ildorus.
Phone is going on top of book. No, I won't
That is
choke.
casting.
Will this check be
Okay.
done with proficiency or without?
Are you proficient in anything wisdom?
Everything, yes.
Then yes.
Would hope so.
I am proficient in wisdom chocolate, yes.
Wisdom
yes.
chocolate, the best kind there is.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down.
Also kind of like a laxative.
I hate you. I
I'm
hate
not
you.
wrong.
And I hate you so much. Okay.
Wisdom chocolate.
Modifier 4, bonus 4, roll 13. That's
Yeah.
23?
Proficiency.
No, 21.
23. 21? Alright. Barely. So, as you cast Remove Curse on the rod, you begin to watch as the tendrils peel back. You see, they were not just on the exterior of her skin, but they were beginning to burrow under it. And you watch as they pull back like a needle being drawn from within. They peel back, and you almost hear the screech. As you push them from his arm down closer towards the spine, they unlatch, leaving this lattice work of hives where they had been in. They peel back from his wrists, hand, knuckles, fingers. The spine clatters to the ground, these long red tendrils streaking into the air, feelers trying to grab onto something, anything around as it falls to the ground. Uldor, as you collapse, suddenly your mind clear as day.
Feed, help. What?
That
Oh.
Don't you dare touch it.
I wasn't gonna touch the thingy. The heal his wounds.
Fair enough.
Don't touch
Fine.
Ildorus.
Don't touch
Don't
the
touch
thingy.
it.
Uldor, you had taken 7 points of piercing damage.
Well,
Ooh.
heals that back because he does healing touch.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
gain 10 hit points back.
And the holes on your arm close over as Wyatt closes them up.
I'm glad that worked. The only other option was to actually sever the entirety of your arm.
What?
It was digging into your skin. What did you think I was going to do? Save your arm or save your life? Well, I mean, I did both, but whatever. Is there a broom in here?
Is there what?
A broom.
Okay.
Glancing around immediately, you do not see a in here. However, there were a number of closets in the hallway you do remember passing.
Okay, don't touch that. I'm going to get that head.
He's casting a spell.
Trust me.
I'm gonna get a broom to kind of shuffle it downstairs and make a box for it. And I go off and I go get a broom to shove it downstairs and make a box for it.
All right. So you you go into the hallway where you see them whispering to each other out there. You grab one of the brooms out of the closet and make your way back into Eldorus' room. Yeah, and like a really awkward hockey puck, you scooch it down the steps into the basement. This human spinal cord
Oh my god.
on every step as it goes down, kind of splattering this kind of reddish ichor on the stairs.
How you
As
doing?
it goes.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, and as you start to make a box for it, I'm gonna say that's take or break.
I would like somebody to identify that thing when we get a chance.
It's called Spooky Nasty,
Yeah,
Alright.
the staff of
We'll be
Spooky
back
Nasty.
in 10 minutes.
the staff of Nope.
Yeah.
The
Alright.
staff of
See
no.
everybody in a bit.
Attend the tale of
It's
Sweeney
not.
Todd. His skin was pale and his eye was odd. No, no one. Okay.
I like it.
It's so sad.
So, picking up where we left off, Uldores has just had a harrowing adventure with the staff of Svagthir, or however the heck. Let me hold on here. What is it? The staff of. That's right, Svagthir. In which Glaive has now begun to construct a strange box for. The group of you going to do anything specific besides just building a box for it at the moment?
Box
I'm going to identify it
Thank you.
first. I want to make sure I know what I'm getting into. or
Okay.
Getting out of.
Let me double check the wording on identify. I have a habit
Granted,
of.
if I have to touch this thing, I'm not doing it.
Identify. You stick it in your.
Oh my.
What? That kind of weird.
That's what it says right here. Oh wait, I'm reading the wrong book.
Oh.
You're in the weird book, yeah.
Better get rid of that before you.
Alright, identify instantaneous. You do have to touch it.
Gross. With what?
Okay, so I'm
10
going to
foot
spend
pole?
the next hour making a 1x1 solid brick of a box that is perfectly molded around the spine because I want to make sure that nothing ever touches this thing again. I don't care what it is.
Okay.
It's cooking tongue.
So while you're doing that, we're going to switch to the perspective of Vale, Sapala, and
Swag.
Xavier. I
And
almost told you
swag.
Wyatt. So, as you make your way in the morning light, the city of Amman, making your way back toward the district in the day prior, the streets are full of people. Not as many beggars out today as there had been previous, but still a few lying here and there. Sapala, you keeping wise to stay far from now. You're eyeing each and every one, wondering which one might have slit your purse. As you reach the market square you had the day prior, before you is a blacksmith, Fletcher, leatherwork, temple shop, a bookstore, general store, adventuring supply, that place you saw before, books outside, trolls, and a stable. Oh, and a potion shop.
Any recommendations, Xavier?
Well, I know a few other magic shops, but we're not exactly close to them. I think this potion shop is new. Try this one.
It might be good.
What's that?
It might be a good idea to get some health.
Probably.
So you're going into the potion shop?
We'll start there.
As you come in, you see are lined potions. When normally you're searching for potions, few and far, there is a number of potions here. As you come in, you see a young woman sitting behind the counter with long red hair, about Sapala's height. And as you come in, hi there!
Oh,
Welcome
dear.
to Arcanum Splansophical. What can we get for you?
We've made a terrible mistake.
Quick, get out! Retreat! Retreat!
Fall back. Get it- Hello.
Hi.
This is a nice little shop you have here.
Thank you very much. Everything's important. Singorn.
Ah. Do you have the special Singorn health potions?
Unfortunately, they only sell that at a certain time of night in Singorn. So they do not ship that up here.
Makes sense.
But
Just
if
thought I'd
you
ask.
are looking for health potions, we have them ranging from common all the way up to legendary.
Legendary.
That would be legendary.
Legendary, yeah. Not to be confused with legendary. Coke. What? What do you need, Spala?
If you're interested in vials of acid, we got fire, we got antitoxin, we got poison vials, all kinds of stuff. What are you looking
Okay. I
And if
don't
you are interested,
particularly-
we do also have divination things, so some more arcane stuff if you're interested in that. Paper and ink is a popular thing for.
I do need paper.
I had a
Save
feeling,
yourself
darling,
for
just by
death.
looking.
She just called you
Hello,
darling.
my name is Wizard.
What gave me
Is-
away?
Would you be interested in buying scrolls while you're here? I know you're behind.
Did you happen to look at the scroll?
She's got your number, man.
Come on, honey. What kind of what level spell you?
See them all?
Well, that would be quite an extensive library, and we don't keep it on the shelf. We kind of go more by like a library setting where you tell us what you're looking for, and then we let you know if we have it. Otherwise, unsavory characters come in. They start to steal it. They try to use the scrolls right on the spot. It gets a little bit hairy.
Ooh, yeah, I can see that going badly.
I mean, I'm not looking for too many things. Do you have a catalog I could look through? Like what you have?
We have level 5 and below, mostly.
Arcane terminology. By chance, are
Yeah.
there specials and or deals for buying in larger quantities?
Well, I suppose you could always make me an offer. We can talk about it.
How much do your greater healing potions go for?
Let me turn the page on my book here. Greater healing potions go for 160 gold pieces.
Are these are the imported from Singorn?
They are.
See, and it sounds like they charge you close to full price for these. I noticed a slight markup. See, we come from Singorn recently.
I get my greater healing potions from them at a very slight market discount from them in bulk myself. I put up the price just a little bit, make sure I make a profit.
Understandable. What say you to? Well, first of all, how many do you have?
Well, currently, including back there, I would say at least 30.
Wow, that's very impressive.
We've been doing good here for a few years.
Who makes all of these? Or they're obviously some are imported, but surely you make some on site, yes?
Oh, that will be me, the great Siri Goldleaf.
Very impressive.
I'm a bit of an alchemist myself.
Well, what would you say to seven greater healing potions at 150 apiece?
You said 7 of them?
Yes.
Well, my calculator just must have 150 times. I suppose I could live with that.
It's a fairly generous profit, a tidy sum at once.
That's not too bad. I can live with a loss of 10 gold pieces on each.
Excellent.
So it'll be 1,050 gold.
Very well. I will pay in platinum.
Oh,
That's
well, aren't you
exciting.
la-di-da?
La-di-da. I love it.
Is there anything else I can do for you, hon?
How much for You said you had antitoxins?
I do have antitoxins. The antitoxins will run you 50 gold pieces.
Done.
Just the one?
For now.
Okay. Thank you.
Quick question,
Yes, darling.
not in character.
Yes, darling.
Do we know that Elena is addicted to drugs?
No.
Nope.
All right, back to character.
Okay.
I do want to know if you have any spells that are more towards conjuration.
Conjuration. Let me take a look here.
I'm also guessing you might have chalk to use for teleportation circles.
I do.
I'd say I would like to look at that.
All right. The chalk for a teleportation circle does not appear to be on my list, but it probably should be. So that's going to be 5 gold pieces for chalk. I know you were asking about paper and ink. That's 2 silver for the paper, 2 copper for the ink pen, and then 10 gold pieces for the ink.
Let's just round that up.
Oh, well, that's my generous of you. As for the spells here, your dungeon master does not have a list of every single conjuration spell.
There's
My app doesn't sort them by conjuration.
I was mainly looking at
Conjure.
and possibly
Major and minor. Oh my. So bold. Please learn them in the opposite order. Just because it's funny. Yeah.
She does have both. So, I do have both of those. For the major, that'll be 7,500 gold pieces. And for the minors, only is a little better than that. It's 3,750.
Oh no, he's choking. We need that antitoxin.
Jeez. Do you possibly have I've heard of illusion wizards being able to summon their own phantom steed?
A fan?
No, but we have Spectral Pony.
I'll take it.
Oh, you're the second person this week coming in here asking about that. Phantom Seed. I do have that one. Let's see. Yeah. That one will cost you 750 gold pieces.
I can do that. I'll take that one, the chalk,
All right. You're not one of them card players, are you? All right.
Interesting question.
I'm sorry. There was just there's a weird gentleman comes in here looking for illusion magics for his collection, and I just find it a little bit pointless. So I just like to not sell to him anymore.
Understand. 50. So I'll hand her.
770.
Yes, I'll hand her 77.
All right. Thank you. Anything for the missus?
I like
Which
Percival.
misses?
You like? She like what?
Do you have a pineapple?
I'm sorry. You'll probably be wanting a more general shop for something on those.
It was
Are
worth
we
asking.
talking about me, misses?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
I was asking if you wanted anything.
I was
Dale
gonna say,
is
you're
a
the only
missus
Mrs. Smith.
too.
I'm like, no, there's Dale. We can do some right, two.
No, I'm good. I just thought we should get health potions.
Yeah, your friend there just bought some.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, did you want some too?
No.
Okay. I'll hand them each a grater.
Okay. I'm missing a paper. Yeah, I lost the sheet that had every single sheet.
Oh.
I'm already start shaking my notebook.
Quick, raid the shops.
So, where are you guys going next?
Xavier, do you know of a place that sells magical items?
Well, other than Gilmore's, there's a few on the other side of the merchant district.
How far are those from here?
Or is that just
Like, Gilmore's is in Abdar's Promenade.
Yes.
yeah? It's not there. It's they're over. No, they're a ways away, but I Gilmore's not there.
Well, we have a discount at Gilmore's.
That is true. I mean, there's a few other that way, but if you want to go Gilmore's a little bit further away.
Are you having this conversation in the shop or are you outside? Alright, hang on. DM is freaking out.
Could you potentially get us there a little quicker?
What do you think? I can teleport there?
No. Well, I mean, can you?
Can't you?
Oh, well. It's a bit of a bummer, but oh well.
What the heck?
My god. What's happening to us?
Alright, I'm a fucking idiot, that's what I am. Sorry. I've been looking around for a Lucian where I forgot to put it. So it's actually attached. Finder. Idiot. Okay, good job, me. High five. There we go. Alright, so as you're outside, where are we going?
We'll be
Well,
heading.
I would like to pop into the bookshop real quick.
The one that you
Since
passed there,
it's-
the Trolls, Tolls, and
Since
Rolls?
it's right here.
Right?
What was it called?
The one that you passed outside that had the books outside?
Yeah, it was nearby.
Okay. So, as you pass by, and you see the books on the outside that immediately catch your attention, you stop for a moment. On the outside, you see all these books on the outside, and each one is labeled different creature. Some books on dragons and woodland sprites and elves and demons and monsters. And as you pick one up, the one on dragons first catches your glance, and as you open it, the interior is just maths. Lots of statistics and numbers that don't really make much sense. You go inside?
Sure.
All right. As you step inside the dark
Everyone's so uncertain
Interior.
about entering a shop.
The dark interior, lit only by candles, with large bookshelves on every wall, massive tables spread out, books and books piled on them. Behind the counter, you see a 9-foot tall, green skinned creature with long, greasy black hair and a impossibly long, crooked nose that hangs down like a witch's. As you step in, a small bell above the door, ding! And the creature looks up with piercing orange eyes directly into yours. You're taken aback and instantly frightened. Oh! What's this then?
No.
Hello!
Finley.
Welcome to Trolls. Welcome welcome to Trolls, Toes, and Rose. As you can see, I'm a troll. And he picks up a small container on the table and gives it a shake, and you hear, if you'd like some rolls, you pay a toll. So, what can I do for you today?
He's so cute.
Hello. Do you sell books here?
Hello. Well, if you take a look around, you might see a couple of them on the shelf, one or two here and there. But I thought you'd be more interested in playing a game or two.
What kind of game?
I'm glad you asked. We've got all kinds of games here. We've got Dragon Chess. We have playing card sets, but I've come up with some games of my own.
Ah, yes, we found the local game store.
A couple games I've created myself. You got your Arcanum Assembly, wonderful game full of intrigue and illusionary spell. Does that interest you?
I don't think we have the time at the moment. I'd like to look around for some books of interest and see what I can
All
find.
right, all right. Suit yourself. If you're interested, we've got a couple rooms in the back full of people playing games right now. You're more than welcome to join any.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Highly tempting.
and also around the store, help yourself to some of the snacks. We've got some patrol delicacies that I've timed for modern audiences around the store that you're welcome to. Okay.
We found the
I'm-
D&D shop.
I'm giving him a flower.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
What's this then?
A gift.
For me?
Yes.
Oh. He reaches down with his massive hand that's almost, the fingers are elongated to have too many. Reaches down and grabs the flower. Well, I say that's worth a bit of a discount myself. Anything you want in the store, 10% off, I'll say.
Oh, why, thank you.
Well, you're quite welcome. What's your name? No?
Uh-oh. Did we lose her? Kayla?
What?
Oh. You're not on roll 20. Moment.
Hello?
What was said?
What
Well,
is your name?
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Cipala.
Hello, Cipolla. My name's Gavin, but you can call me Gavin.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, Cipolla. I'll let you pick a card from decks.
And if I do?
Well, you get to keep it. Won't you? You paid the toll. He puts the flower up his hair.
What are these cards?
Oh, like I said, they're power illusionary magic thing. Part of a game I created myself. So, here's what you do. He picks up one of the decks and opens up the case that it's in, and there's this and sparkle that seems to emanate from. This one's special. He pulls out the cards, and there are these innate golden deck in front of him. Cipala, roll me a D.
A what?
1d4.
I'm scared.
Me too. Shop explodes.
I don't think he'd make his shop explode.
He wouldn't.
4.
Okay, and now I'm going to roll one of my own special dice. Okay.
Special dice.
Specialize.
On the card, you see the word on the top says flash bomb. There's an illustration of looks to be a small, like old-fashioned grenade, just like a circular ball with a fuse coming off the top, and like a bright explosion in the background. And
Sounds bad to me.
it says peril on the bottom of the card. And as you hold it in your hand, you can kind of feel this like kind of energy, and the card seems to shimmer just a slight bit in your hand, almost like a hologram card in today's.
Ooh.
And at the bottom, it says, "Stop an enemy caster, targeting either yourself or control. Takes place at the beginning of any step."
Okay.
Well, there you go. Do you want to give it a go now or save it for later?
What does it do?
Well, I'll tell you what. Focus on the card and just throw it in front of you.
She does so.
As you think about the card, think about the flash bomb in your mind, you throw the card down to the ground, and it leaves your fingertips and suddenly vanishes from sight. A couple seconds pass, and all of a sudden there's just flash of white energy that kind of caused you to shield your eyes slightly as it goes off, and I mean, nothing that'll blind you, but it was obvious illusion effect. Oh, you got powerful magic in you.
Thanks.
But now I feel bad. You used the card that you got, and as you can see, he fans out the. Oh, a single card's missing from the deck. Part of the illusion. One of the magics I invested myself. Any card drawn from the deck automatically comes back into the deck once it's been spent.
No matter where you are?
No matter where you are.
That's pretty impressive.
I thought so myself. I came up with it. I enchanted. So. So, let's say you want to draw another one. I think they're just good fun.
Will it cost me anything?
I'll tell you what, it'll cost you another one of them flowers.
You can have as many as you want.
Oh no. Such power.
She
As ma-
produces another one.
Another one.
Obviously slightly different and with a different color.
Roll another d4.
I 3.
So this one, you see on it a depiction of a short halfling individual wearing kind of like a pink and purple outfit, holding a large hand and seems to be screaming while standing on a full hand. On the top, standing, it's like
Standing
a purple hand.
Okay.
On the top of the card, it reads Counterspell. And at the bottom, Arcanum. Counter any faith or arcanum-based spell at any time.
I'm keeping this one.
I recommend that. It will actually work against real magic. Only. No.
Only what?
It does. It's not actually a effective spell for what it says. It works in the sense of the game.
I'm sorry you broke up.
It won't work on real magic, just the game.
Unfortunately, I'm not that good at wizard.
I think you will be.
Oh, I've been practicing.
He's so cute.
So, what were you all looking for today? You said you're looking for magic items.
No.
Oh, books. That was what it was. Books.
He
The
knows
DM
too much.
The DM mixed up stuff in his brain.
Yeah, looking for books.
Looking for books. Unfortunately, only thing you're going to find around here for the League of Adventure.
Oh god, I'm out.
But we do sell musical instruments, bagpipes, drum, dulcimer, flute, lyre, horn, pan flute, shone, and viol. Got the dragon chess set, playing card set, and a whole bunch of dice set. As well as a whole bunch of artisan tools as well, if you're interested in crafting your own things. Calligrapher supplies, glass blower tools, painter supplies, potter tools, weaver tools, woodcarver tools, any kind of tool.
I'll look around for a little bit,
But yeah, it's a
Uh,
game. It's a game store.
Xavier, do you need anything here?
See, Paul literally just keeps creating flowers and placing it on the deck.
About how many flowers do you put down?
I don't know. I'm just excited. I like him.
Give me a number.
And
Conversations are going for a while.
probably
I'm waiting
probably
for.
about 12.
12. As soon as you put down the 12th flower, right? You pay the toll. And what's it say above the door?
I don't remember.
Oh, it says trolls, tolls, and rolls. Like I said, if you pay the toll, you get the rolls. I see 12 flowers here. And holds up the deck. There's 12 cards here. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what there, Cipolla. Since you're such a nice, kind-hearted person, and you're so excited about the game I've created, he puts the cards back in the deck. These are yours.
Are you serious?
I'm absolutely serious.
So excited. She takes it. Thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Stop by any time. Would you like some of the gory toes?
The what?
He pulls up a bowl of what looks like baked chips covered in some kind of cheese powder. Gory toes. They're a traditional troll delicacy, but they used to be made out of toes. I decided to tone it down for the show.
She takes some
They're tasty.
and eats them.
There you go. All right.
You are quite the chef.
Oh, thank you very much. They're my own invention, just like the beverages around here you'll find as well. I brewed them myself.
I do think we must take our leave, though.
Oh, stop back anytime. If you're ever looking for someone to play, or that's the card in your hand there. There's plenty of players in the back you can meet.
Have a nice day.
All right, goodbye.
All right. That was certainly an experience.
He was so cute.
Did we get dosed? What just happened?
Couldn't tell you.
We met a kind person.
So
Okay.
For Gilmore's, we need to go this way.
We need to what?
Gilmore's, we need to go this way.
Okay. We'll follow the savior. And I feel like it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Obviously, keeping a very close eye on my bag of holding.
Yeah, actually, make a perception check every.
Oh shit! My first roll of the night.
All of mine is in my power attack.
Yeah.
Perception.
Modded 20.
That
I rolled a 13.
is a
No.
23.
19.
Wow. Only Xavier.
Kill them.
You do notice as you're walking through the streets of Mon, getting closer to Abadar's, a hooded figure in the alleyways, kind of watching you.
Fireball. Quietly saying most likely those two can only hear it. Mike, stop cutting out.
Ma!
I'm gonna try to whisper it.
Your stage whisper.
A stage whisper. There appears to be someone, a dark figure in a cloak, following us.
Do you know where a spot where we can lose them? Follow your lead.
Follow me, and I will cut through passages.
Spotlight, keep up.
I'll cut through some passages and whatnot.
Okay, make a stealth. Make a stealth check.
Stealth.
I almost said survival. I just changed.
Everyone, or
Yep, all three of you.
a lot.
A lot.
29.
25.
14.
We both have one of her arms running with her.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
like she's getting abducted.
As you slip through a bunch of back alleys, the central district, making your way to Abadar's Promenade, you do feel like you've lost them. After a couple turns, they no longer seem to be behind you. Now, how are you going to Abadar's Promenade? Cloud Top District, Military District,
Probably
the
not.
Erudite Court.
Wait, we were in the central district, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I thought we were in the erudite district. Following Xavier's lead. He knows the city better than we do.
It would be through the Erudite Quarter. I know more of the. He knows more of the other bits of Amon versus Cloud Top District.
Right. Reading.
Except for the upper
Oh, yeah.
lower slums.
Oh yeah, yeah, yep. That's where the college was. So, yep, easy enough. Make a call. As you go through the streets, there doesn't seem to be much in the way of protesting today. As you make it, you're passing by the kind of stain area in the ground where no, it was in the cloud top. I'm sorry, district.
The stain.
Look, the splatter was everywhere.
We found the stain.
Dave will
Pat-
live on in infamy.
You make your way through to Abadar's. This area gets nicer, a little bit more. The shops become higher keep. The streets become a little bit more busy. It looks like this area is first to be rebuilt and is still doing well. And you approach the exterior of Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Well, here we are. Don't know if Gilmore would actually be up. Last time we
Probably not. Given his shape in Vasselheim.
you met him. That's fine.
You were there for that. Were you? Oh no, that was just after Xavier left,
That was
wasn't
just
it?
after I left.
God damn you. Well, I would have known that, of course, and filled you in on that as well.
Let's hit it.
Alright.
I'll let them head in first. I prefer beat them fly up the city,
The door is trapped.
and I'll
As
you know what
Right?
as the door opens and you come in, you see a large, multi-leveled building. Number of employees on the inside, all going about various tasks.
No.
At the very center of the room, you see a purple-robed individual facing away. From the back, you see like long black hair that's very gray. And as you come in, the bell kind of dings and turns around. Ah, welcome to Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
You're looking well.
Is it Gilmore?
Yes, I'm always looking this way. What can we do for you today?
Is it really Gilmore?
Make a perception check.
We'll never trust again. Ooh, 26.
Yeah, no, that's an illusion.
Yeah.
There's a person there, but it's not Gil.
All right. Is this normal, Xavier? Do they have like a mascot type thing? Or... Okay.
What can I help you guys find today?
Um. Just I want to say specialty items.
Looking for the higher quality.
Among other things.
Second floor.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy your stay in Gilmore's glory.
I didn't want to be that guy that beats up like the Mickey Mouse mascot.
And that's where we're gonna call tonight's episode.
Shopping
Look.
episode.
This money's burning
Look.
a hole in my pocket.
I didn't prepare Gilmore's shop.
Oh, I see.
Ah.
That's fair. I mean, we have discounts, so why wouldn't we go here?
I'm like, you sure you don't want to go somewhere else? I've got like 12 other shop
I
plans.
know. I can feel it. It's like, but
The Fletcher, George.
All right.
goddamn,
Thank you all
Keaton's
for
been
joining
following me
us.
for like miles.
Thank you all for joining us.
We'll see everyone later.
Have a good night.
Adios.